Mickey-17 is a weird movie. Sure, it's not an abstract fever dream or anything like that, and it's not so obscure that you can't comprehend what's going on, but you've got Robert Pattinson doing a funny voice, Mark Ruffalo is doing a funny voice, and a weird hybrid of a Trump and Elon impression. There's all this futuristic technology and an alien planet, and it's really hard to pinpoint what exactly this story is about or what genre of film you're even watching. So like I said, it's a weird movie, but it's also an original movie, and that's important. Look at last year's most successful films, and that list is dominated by existing IP. Now, Mickey-17 isn't a completely original film, it is an adaptation of a book, but from everything I can gather, Bong Joon-ho changed a bunch of the original story for his film. And I personally think adapting a book for the first time is much different than another sequel or reboot. And I want to be clear about something. I am not above enjoying pre-existing IPs. I'm not one of those people who automatically acts like franchises are a bad thing. I loved Top Gun Maverick. Dune Part 2 is one of my favorite movies ever, and I'll keep watching Halloween movies as long as they keep making William Shatner masks. So I don't have a problem with Hollywood being dominated by IP, and it's not hard to figure out why that is anyway. At the end of the day, movie making is a business, and the studios are incentivized to do whatever is going to make them the most money. So I can't be mad at Jurassic Park for being rebooted again, because the last time they did it, they made almost $2 billion. And the success of those big IP movies is good for the rest of the industry, because then there's more money to go around, and that means we can get more movies like Mickey-17. But here's the thing, I hate how nervous I am about the box office results for Mickey-17's opening week. Right now it looks like it's on pace for only 18 million this weekend on a budget of over 110 million. And I don't want to think about the ramifications of an original idea flopping on the big screen under this current climate. I'm not acting like Mickey-17's success is the most important mission of our entire lives, but it's not important. Studios are hesitant to take a risk on films like this, and if they get burned on a movie starring Robert Pattinson and directed by the guy who made Parasite, then they might start to wonder why they even bother taking this risk at all. Because Mickey-17 sounds like the exact creative combination you'd want from an original film for it to be successful. And if even that can't guarantee a success, then I can just imagine some bozo in a suit pitching the idea for an AI generated franchise rather than giving the money to another creative project. Because like I said, movie making is a business at the end of the day, and it's not lost on me that I'm talking about the diminishing returns of capitalism while talking about a Bong Joon-ho film. Class and greed are an obvious theme of his films, and if we don't want to be eating slop for the rest of our lives, then we need original ideas like Mickey-17 to succeed now more than ever. Again, I'm not trying to be dramatic, but I think we're at a very important crossroads for the industry. And while Mickey-17 won't entirely decide which direction we go in, its performance at the box office will be one small part of the larger discussion that's already happening. This movie isn't just important because of its commentary on class, but it's important because we don't want egotistical babies like Mark Ruffalo's character to be deciding our future. When movies like this flop, CEOs start talking about maximizing efficiency. And I just don't want us to get any closer to a world where cash grab sequels fully replace unique projects like Mickey-17. And to be honest with you, I think we have a good chance of avoiding that. There are plenty of studios that seem dedicated to taking a chance on these types of films, and we've seen in recent years that even massive IPs have a risk of failing. And so the reality is, big IPs and original ideas are always going to share this space together. But leaving Mickey-17 with this concerned feeling that the movie needs to hit with a general audience or it could mean bad things for the future is something that I just had to rant about. I just want us to be in a place where weird movies like this can flop financially without me worrying about robots taking over our creative space. So I'm trying to keep my optimism and not think about the worst possible outcomes, but let this be my call to action. Go see Mickey-17 at your nearest theater. Go support this film if you can, and show studios that we can appreciate a big weird movie that isn't Marvel or Ghostbusters. Show them that you can take a risk on a film like this, and even if it isn't a roaring success, it's still part of the process that eventually leads to new classics being made. They aren't all going to be home runs, but at least we can do our best to make sure that Mickey-17 is a base hit rather than a strikeout. Anyways, that's all I have for this video. Moving forward, forward, I do plan on doing more traditional movie reviews. This was just a rant that I had to get out of the way, and then I have a bunch of fun ranking videos that I want to get started on. Like, my first video was going to be ranking every Timothée Chalamet movie, but since there's a few of his movies I haven't seen yet, I figured I'd try to check them off the list before I do that. So stay tuned for that later this week, and then hopefully I'll have a few other things posted before then as well. But if you enjoyed this first video of me rambling about the movie industry, then please consider hitting that follow button, leave a like and a comment, and tell me what original movie you are most excited for this year. I really appreciate any and all support on this new channel, and on that last note, lead them to paradise.